Welcome back. In Cape Town, South Africa, there are 50 choirs competing for the Silver Fez. The big money is on last year's winner, Haji Bucks, and his choir, the Starlights. But the Continentals are not giving up without a fight.
It's high summer in Cape Town and the competition season is drawing near. This is the Silver Fez, the Holy Grail. The way things are going, the Continentals aren't going to get anywhere near it unless a knight in shining armor comes to their rescue. Mr. Dolly is a prosperous businessman who has always dreamed of having his own choir.
This is what we do here. We're putting all this apartments together in a frail care. Archie, he's my painter contractor on the site. But we grew up with the Malay choirs and we decided we're going to start our own thing. We don't get nothing back and we just do it for the love of the game. We all work together every day and everybody that's working on the site is all singers.
We needed some money to deposit our suits for the competition. So Ami gave me a check of 20 grand. He just brings people to me and he tells them, "Katse, give that one a tracksuit, give that one." And yesterday he phoned me, all that lighties that can't afford it in Delft, man. And I took about 20 tracksuits to them yesterday. The way their faces were when I handed the tracksuits to them, I felt so good yesterday. These guys will be dancing for us while we parade, just to make the whole thing more lively, you know what I mean?
It's New Year's Eve and big things are brewing on the Cape Flats. One shudders to think what all this is costing Mr. Dolly. The tracksuits are just the start of it. He's also hired a string section, a brass band, and enough buses to transport hundreds of people. The festivities begin with a tour of the tough neighborhoods where most Continentals live, before moving to middle-class Athlone, where Mr. Dolly's wife and her friends have prepared a feast for the multitudes. Towards evening, the Continentals and their supporters pile back into the buses and head for the city proper. According to legend, all this goes back to the abolition of slavery in 1834. On the stroke of midnight, those in bondage were set free and they flooded into the streets to celebrate. Ever since, Muslims have marched through Cape Town on that same night.
This is where we parade in the mother city. This is what we're looking forward to the whole year. And now is the time to enjoy ourselves.
That was the fun part of the proceedings. In the new year, the struggle for the Silver Fez begins in deadly earnest.
This is the distribution I got to do from today onwards. And what you have seen here is come out of my pocket, nobody else's pocket. But they must come and win this. They must win Haji Bucks here. At the end, if I'm successful, I can boast the whole year. The whole year I can boast. Isn't that lovely?
Winning the Silver Fez is complicated. You get points for singing, points for dressing smart. And then you hire an army sergeant to drill your team and you get judged on precision marching. And finally, you get judged for your performance of a sacred song, a form that is unique to this culture. These sad old songs are haunted by a sound that arrived in the Cape on slave ships, the sound of ancient Java and Sumatra, married to elements of Western music. They call them the Nederlandslied.
I've got a book here that's got over 200 songs. Half of them I don't know, because no records was kept of it. It's only the old people that actually knows these songs.
The Nederlandslied will never ever change. Another 50 years down the lane will never change. That will stay original as it is.
those songs were written 150, 200 years ago. We're not allowed to change any words. Words that some of us don't even understand. But as you learn it more and more and more, then you come to see that whole story. You know how my forefathers lived before, and how they were slaves, and how they came to enjoy themselves by singing these Nederland songs. They couldn't talk out, so they sang out.
Haji Bucks and Kachi claim to like each other, but you'd never guess it from the way they talk about one another.
Most of those members with the Starlights, they will never be able to leave the Starlights. Whatever Bucks tells them to do, if he tells them tomorrow to jump in the fire, I'm sure they must jump in the fire.
This is a sport. This is a competition. This is a tough game.
This is our first year. We've got absolutely nothing to lose. He's got something to lose, but we, the Continental Male Choir, have nothing to lose tomorrow.
The word is on the road. They want to win the Starlights. They want to kill us. They want to win everything. Let them come. There's only one first prize.
Ons gaat ons nou Saterdag sing in hy competition. Maar ons is ons afgeskryf, klaar. Het kan net een ding wees. It can be to our advantage. Seeing that other choirs are writing us off without even listening to us. Of course I'll be nervous tomorrow, but if I'm going to be now nervous and all that, then I'm going to make all those other guys nervous too. And I know what these guys can do. Once they put on those suits, you'll see a different bunch of guys.
It's the night of the dress rehearsal, and here's what could be a bad omen. The tailoring isn't exactly up to scratch.
Die baatjie lyk eerder as my tande. Dit wys hom net hoe lief is ek vir die team. Ek kyk verby die baatjie. Elke member in die team maak hier 10 points for love. En as jy so 'n baatjie kan dra vir 'n team, is liefde. Nee, regtig geliefd is liefde. Baatjie.
Competition Day, Day of Destiny for the Continentals. This event is run very strictly by the Cape Malay Choir Board. They have a rule that says outsiders cannot film the competition. We spent nearly a year begging for an exemption, but no luck. In the end, the Continentals decided to perform for us outside the venue. We thought that would be okay. We were wrong.
Apparently, according to the board, you never got permission to do a video. So
yeah, but this is outside
it's still on the perimeter of the group center.
We go outside, then we shoot, man. Ons gaat uit, ons is nie worry op hulle nie, Jatsi. Wie's worry van koppe?
I don't want to make shit.
No, we go outside, man. It's fine. As we walk in, we can. That's another thing for your document. Come.
The Continentals won a minor trophy for dressing up of all things. For the rest, they were crushed. Maybe they were doomed from the outset, and maybe it didn't really matter.
Of course we wanted to do well. Everybody wants to do well. But our main thing was put the guys on stage, let them perform. It's our first year. Whatever happened, we're disappointed about last night, but as you say, life goes on.
You know, just to see your team stand on the stage, you don't even think about money that you put in.
And as for the Silver Fez, it went once again to Haji Bucks and his invincible Starlights.
This time, when we all different kinds of people play together, it's just like a bird flying into the sky. You understand? And just that moment, the music takes you away.
Well, from our perspective, everyone's a winner, and the Continentals promise to be back next year. That's it for now, but I hope you'll join me next time for another edition of Witness.